Welcome back, Raw reviewers. Another Raw review. What are we Raw reviewing today? By none other than SH Figuart's Tiger Ranger, the male counterpart to the Yellow Ranger. Right there. Tiger Ranger was only released in Japan. It was released at the same time as the Yellow Ranger. It's for the exact same series, Zoo Ranger versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as the fans would know. This is the male build, that's the female build, even though in the actual show, the suit footage was still of Tiger Ranger. But, since they are two different builds, we have both here. So, like all the Figuarts boxes, it's a simple matter of removing a tiny little bit of tape on the side, pull it out, and there's Tiger Ranger. For comparison, doing the same thing to Yellow Ranger, we pull Yellow Ranger out of the box, there's Yellow Ranger. There's already a review for Yellow Ranger, so I won't go into all the details, but as you can see, accessories are exactly the same. You get 2 daggers, you get the axe that's used for the combination, you get 6 sets of hands, you get the blade, blaster, and holstered mode, and with the thunder slinger attached, and the main figure. Focusing on Tiger Ranger though, we pop off the top plate. I obviously won't review the hands and the accessories since they are been reviewed already, and we'll look mainly at what makes this separate from the Yellow Ranger, and that is the figure itself. The figure itself, of course, uses a male build. There is, in terms of articulation, we've got the same standard articulation that is in the male build. That is an ankle rocker. It can go pretty well in either direction. Go back really far, forward not so much. You've got a toe action joint, which can of course only go up. That's the way toe action joints work. They don't really go down, unfortunately. Not many people can curl their foot under, so most action figures can't. Double jointed knee. It's one of those crappier knees where, just like the Blue Ranger and just like some of the other ones, it's kind of low down there, which kind of makes it weird when you deal with it, but it is a double jointed knee. You've got that standard T hinge, like there, which has an internal joint here, which allows it to turn around, twist on the actual cup of the joint, to swing out almost a full 90 degrees. Well, you can actually get a full 90 degrees if you actually mess with the internal joint and then the joint at the top of it. So you can get some pretty close to a full splits. Just takes a little bit of work. Mold is, of course, the same as we come to use. The belt is, of course, another floating unit. Holster is there. We've got an abdominal crunch, though you can't crunch it very much, nor can you twist it too much. However, it has got a second joint below the waist, so you can get a little bit of nice range of motion. It's got those standard MMPR ball cups up here in the shoulder. Double jointed elbow. You get some nice range of motion, almost a full, what would that be, 180 degrees? So pretty close. Ball joint in the shoulder. Mine are a little bit stiff, which is why that keeps coming off camera, because I have to adjust it. You've got a ball hinge in both the head and the neck, giving you a nice range of motion. And that's really about it. Just like all the other male figures, it's pretty standard. The mold itself, of course, has a good design. You can get a lot of posability and action out of it. And it's pretty much identical in terms of coloration, as you can see, for Yellow Ranger. It's really a matter of whether you prefer to have the male one and pay, what's the markup price now? Aftermarket, I think it's about $70 in the aftermarket. If you can actually find it by a standard retailer, middleman, You might be able to get it for about 4,000 yen, $40, which is roughly about the same price as the Yellow Ranger, which retails at the same thing, retails about $39 and some change. So if you can find it at the aftermarket price, fine. But if you can find it at the standard retail price, fine. If you can't find it, and you can only find it in the aftermarket for $70, $100, it's really up to you. Is the male build all that big of a deal to you versus the female build? Do you care one way or the other? If you don't care, if you're just a Mighty Morphin collector, go with this one. They're available online easily. Cost you about $40 or short a couple dollars. You can usually get them on Amazon Prime with free shipping. You can get them on Entertainment Earth. All kinds of places. This, you have to look on like eBay, Manarake, AmiAmi, CS Toys. So really, it gets down to where you're willing to look, where you're willing to shop, and what you're willing to pay. The female is $40. The male is $70 or more. And that is the end of this raw review. Hope it was helpful. See you in the funny papers. Peace out.